Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Griffiths, and I'm the Curator of Archaeology at Manchester Museum. We're in the gallery today, where you're joining me with this rather amazing object, if I don't say so myself. So, a little birdie told me that a certain film is coming out about the Odyssey. And, well, it so happens that Manchester Museum has an object in its collection that depicts a very famous scene from this, which some of you, without giving away too many spoilers, is in the trailer itself. The pot that I'm holding here is around 2,500 years old. It was probably found in Athens or around that area, and it's got that very iconic art style, which we're quite familiar to seeing. For example, in Disney's Hercules, I grew up with that. That's the kind of thing that I recognize it from. The story of the Odyssey, one of those stories that probably every British child is told, and tells a story of the Greek hero Odysseus's journey back home to the island of Ithaca from Troy, which the Greek gods were pretty unhappy with the Greeks for basically destroying. And for his part in the destruction of the city of Troy, the god Poseidon blew Odysseus and the ship with all of his men in it way off course. And so begins this epic story told it's been told over hundreds, thousands of years now, of Odysseus's journey home, which took about 10 years. So not just, turning off the motorway on the wrong exit. This is a major detour. And on this pot, we've got one of the most famous scenes of the Odyssey. So Odysseus and his men, hungry from days at sea, land on this island and spot a cave filled with cheese. And rather than waiting for the person to come back who owns that cave, decide to go in, basically help themselves to all the cheese in this cave, look around, see some sheep and lambs, think, oh, we could get these on the ship as well. Basically, the cave's owner turns up, and his name is Polyphemus, and he's just so happened to be a giant cyclops. Now, seeing Odysseus and his men having gorged themselves on all of his cheese, which probably worked pretty hard to make, a cyclops decided to block the exit and basically rather untastefully started eating some of Odysseus's men. Anyway, fast forwarding, Odysseus, seeing himself in that predicament, decides we've got to get out of this situation. They blind the cyclops with his own club in the night, and then realizing that this isn't the end of their problems, because the door to the cave is blocked by this giant boulder that the cyclops has put there, Odysseus rather cunningly thinks, well, the cyclops lets his sheep out every day, so we're going to cling to the bottom of the sheep as the cyclops opens the cave to let them out to graze for the day. And if we look closely here, we can see on the left-hand side, we got the ram and Odysseus. Remarkably, his hair is rather perfect, and his beard nice, neatly trimmed, not quite like Matt Damon's from the trailer. And then on the other side then, we can see the Cyclops himself resting by the entrance of the cave. And I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't want to give away spoilers for the film, but it's a pretty well-known story, and I think we all know that Odysseus does end up escaping the Cyclops' cave. So, thanks for joining us today, and hope to see you around again sometime soon.